Today we're covering everything you need to know about running a Facebook ad. If you've been considering making this your year that you start advertising on Facebook, you're in the right place. And if you're already at the expert level when it comes to Facebook advertising, then you're still in the right place and you're gonna wanna check this video out. Let's begin. Hey, it's Jaime. If we're just meeting, welcome to the channel that brings actionable content to grow your business through online marketing. So if that sounds beneficial, consider subscribing. Question of the day, how many Facebook ads do you have running at any one time? Let me know in the comment section down below. One of the first things that we need to understand about Facebook advertising is why we're even doing this. So I wanted to pull a few statistics from Sprout Social to give you an idea of why this is even a thing. So as you can see here, we're going to jump around. There's several different bullet points, but I want to illustrate a few so you see the picture. 74% of Facebook users are high income earners. So one of the common misconceptions is LinkedIn versus Facebook. So check this out. Facebook use is prominent among high earners and even surpasses LinkedIn, which reaches 49% of users making more than $75,000. YouTube is the only social media platform with more reach at 83% of high income earners. So Facebook reaches a ton of high income earners. Now, if you take the median, we want to make sure that this statistic is put into context. If you take the median of earning power between Facebook and LinkedIn, then yes, LinkedIn wins by a large amount because you're taking the averages. This is just saying what the reach is when it comes to Facebook. So Facebook reaches a good amount of people. 1.62 billion users use Facebook daily. So you can see that's a ton of people. Highest traffic occurs midday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So whenever you're doing organic posts, check that out. That's a good little graph for you to take note of. And I'll make sure I link this link down below so you have access to it and check it out at your own leisure. All right, so 2020, the average daily time on Facebook will remain flat, so it's not going down anytime soon. And then one other thing that I wanted to focus on is very pertinent to what we're doing today. One of the questions is, what's the average cost per click on Facebook ads? And I want to put this also into context. So the CPC, cost per click, that is important to understand kind of where you are when it comes to your Facebook ad, but what's most important is what's actually converting. So don't only look at the cost per click and think that, oh, if I'm getting 60-cent clicks here and there's $3 clicks over here, then I'm going to turn off the one that's at $3 in favor for the 60-something cent. Don't look at it. Don't look at this metric in isolation. Make sure that you have a way to track how many leads are coming in, how many purchases are coming in. So be cognizant of that because this can be a bit deceiving. So when you look at Facebook advertising right here, the benchmarks, and you go to the real estate industry, right over here, it's $1.81. So if you're running real estate ads, then this is a good number to measure your ads against. Now I can tell you that this is actually a little bit high from what I'm used to getting when it comes to my cost per click, but this is just one of many statistics out there that you're going to find. So this is coming from WordStream. So I encourage you to check out some other platforms to see what they're saying about the specific industry that you're in. So if you're in the beauty industry, let's see, legal industry, that's a big revenue generator. What's this? Finance and industry and insurance, that makes sense. Travel and hospitality. So this is another number to look at to compare your ads against. All right, so now that we're sold on running a Facebook ad, let's figure out how we even do it. First thing you need to do is you need to create a personal Facebook page. This is a must. You have to be on the platform in order to advertise. Now, most of you already have a personal page and it looks something similar to this. The next step is going to be to create a business page. In order to run any type of advertising, you need to have a business page. And a business page can look something similar to this. So depending on what your business page looks like, you have a vanity URL over here that you get to create. And then you depending on how much you want to post, you're going to post, well, on your schedule. So it's having a hard time loading up there, but this is a business page, and most of you already know what that looks like. Now, where most people gravitate towards whenever they're running ads is by going to the boost button. I highly discourage you doing that because it's a good way to waste your money. So boosting will not give you the results that you ultimately want, which is either going to be leads or sales. And if you go to the ad center within your business page, this is basically what you're doing. Whenever you create an ad from here, you're creating an ad that is just going to be boosted. And you're losing a lot of flexibility. You're losing a lot of capabilities when you do advertising this way. So this isn't designed to work as a campaign. This is designed to work as just an ad, a way to reach more people, but with no real mechanisms behind it to retarget, no real strategy behind it. So this is just another, again, it's an exposure mechanism. And as you can see, I've not run any of these. So there's that. All right, and once you have that going, the business page, that is, after you have the business page going, let's go back to our personal page. So we can go to create and go to advertise your business, brand, organization. So right there, that is where you go for your ads manager. So this is actually where we would land to create an ad. So as a reminder, you just go back up here, you go to create, and you go to your ads manager, or you can go through here and then go to your manager ads that way. So there's several ways to get here. And in order to run your ads most effectively, I highly encourage you to create a business manager. And all you need to do is go to create business manager on Facebook, on Google, and then the first one that comes up, this is the option that you go with. So business manager, manage ad accounts, pages, and the people who work on them all in one place. It's free. Now, I want to stop here and show you kind of the differences. Right here, you can run an ad, but whenever you run an ad from here, it would be from your personal page. You can do that, but I discourage that because if your page gets shut down for whatever reason, or your account gets shut down for whatever reason, then you're out of luck. If you create a business page and one of your ad accounts gets in trouble, you can always have another ad account. So I highly encourage you to create a business page, which is over here, and we'll go to what it is. So you have that flexibility. You have the ability. Well, we'll read through them. You need more. Why choose a business manager account? You need more than one ad account. So you can create multiple ad accounts. So if you're in different lines of work, then you can have an ad account for your roofing business, for your real estate business, for your cosmetics business, whatever business that you might have. You need to request access to pages or ad accounts so you can link up various pages and manage them, and ad accounts as well. So if you're an agency out there, then this is the way that you request access to other people's pages. You need to assign, and ad accounts, you need to assign permissions to a lot of people working together. So if there's multiple people running your ads, there you go. You need business level insights and reporting. So that's cool. But what's awesome with Business Manager, it allows you to create custom audiences from your database. So going to the Business Manager account is where you go to create a custom audience from your database. Now, I want to pause here. This is from your database, a custom audience. Over on your personal page, yes, you can create custom audiences, but you're not going to be able to upload your database in that particular ad account. So those are the key distinctions. You're going to start off with your personal page or your personal ad account, but I highly suggest that you go and create a business manager and then add at least one ad account and start running ads from there rather than your personal site. So those are the differences. All right, we're going to go back to the ads manager, and then we're going to walk through how to actually run an ad. And know that at your ad manager, this is the hub of where everything goes down. This is where you launch your campaigns, whether that's Facebook ads or Instagram ads. This is the place where it all goes down. If you're running an ad in the housing, credit, and employment space, then you will need to highlight this particular button right here, housing, employment, and credit, and it'll give you a bit more information about what is deemed to be in those categories. in order for you to run an actual ad in these categories. So if you're running a housing ad for real estate leads, then you will need to select that, or the ad will not be approved when you submit it. So just know that this special ad category exists. This was introduced the latter part of 2019 because of privacy issues, housing and urban development issues. So it was specifically with the housing. So there's a lot of privacy concerns. So this was a good way to fight that, or at least in Facebook eyes, this was a good way to do that. And what it basically does is restricts the targeting when you're advertising. It doesn't mean that you don't reach the same end user. It just means that from the targeting perspective, you're not able to get dialed in from the outset. And you'll see that at the ad set level. On the left-hand side, you're going to see the navigation, where you select your campaign, where you select who you target, which is the ad set, and then where you create your actual ad, which is what gets shown to the people. So the special ad category, this is what's mostly impacted, and we'll see that right now. We're not going to select that at the moment, just because I want to show you the full capabilities, because there are some targeting restrictions as mentioned. So we're just going to go with the traffic campaign. You can create split testing from here. So if you flip that on, you're going to have on the back end, whenever you're doing your ad set, you're going to have you're going to be coached into how to split test. We don't need to do that today, but just know that if you toggle that, your ad set's going to look a little bit different. And then the campaign budget optimization, Google has already gone to this model where Google, you submit a budget from the campaign level, but before you get to the ad group is what it's called over there. So here, what they're saying is if you toggle this on, you can give Facebook your budget, what you want to spend here, rather than if we don't toggle this on, we dictate the budget per target, per ad set over here. But Facebook is going to soon adopt the only optimizing from the campaign level rather than the ad set level. We're not going to toggle this on today, but just know that that's what the difference is. At this point, not at this point, but in the future, this button will go away and you're just going to be defaulted into the campaign budget. One quick favor before continuing, please be sure to hit the like button so this video's reach is magnified and others benefit. Also, don't forget to check out my Facebook Ads Mastery for real estate leads. Link in description. All right, moving right along. We're not going to worry about names today, but you would name your ad set. And then the traffic. Since we selected a traffic campaign, we are going to go to the website, or we're going to direct traffic to the website, but we could also direct traffic to the to an application, to Messenger, to a WhatsApp, various different ways of advertising. But since this was a traffic campaign, we'll go back just so you see. Right here, that's what we selected. Now, the columns are a little bit different. So awareness is just spreading your message far and wide. Consideration is you're expecting some sort of action. And then on the conversion, you're optimizing said action. Most of the ads that you're going to run are going to be traffic, engagement, lead generation, messages, and conversions. So they all have their place. And I'll be sure to link at the very end of this video a playlist that shows you in detail how to run every single one of these. There's no way that I could in one video show you every single one of these because it would be 3 hours long. So I'm going to go with traffic to illustrate you how to launch it. And then if you want to learn how to run a lead generation campaign or a conversions campaign, then I'll make sure that I link those at the end screen as well as the description. So you're going to have access to that. All right. And when it comes to the dynamic creative, you can upload individual assets, images, and headlines. Basically what you're doing here is you're split testing as well. But beyond that, this is really good for product-based advertising where it takes some sort of, well, the dynamic gives it away. So whenever somebody uploads something close to a product that they're searching for, instead of you typing in the exact title of what somebody was looking for, in a dynamic creative, it does that for you. So if somebody was looking for a specific type of shoe, then it would replace it with what they were searching for. So it changes. So you don't have to put the actual words yourself. So it's a great way to be split testing. You upload all of your products or your product list into Facebook and it does that rotation for you depending on what's being searched. And then on the offer, Drive up conversions by creating an offer people can save and get reminders about. So if you're selling a product, you're selling a service that has a particular offer, you can toggle that on and show what the offer is going to be. Then when you're selecting the audiences, you see here you have saved audiences, which is more of a template. Whenever you create an ad for the first time and you've really dialed in your targeting with added demographics, certain interests, certain behaviors, certain geography, so you don't have to do it again. You can actually save that audience so you can recall it back later on. And then on the custom audience, the custom audience is something that you create yourself. So it's either retarget or an audience that of people who went to your website, so you can collect data up to 180 days. A certain audience that interacted with your business page, there you go back 365 days. A certain custom audience that, let's just say, you uploaded from your database. That's why it's important to create your business manager in order to have access to that particular custom audience. There's just a ton of custom audiences that you can do. Most of those are revolved around better targeting and retargeting. So those are the applications right there. When you select the locations, people living in or recently in this location, most of the time you're going to be advertising with people living in this location. The other two are going to be more for relocation, for let's just say brick and mortar, where it makes sense that people are actually driving through or at this location that you're advertising in places like that. So we're going to go with, let's just go with Texas in our example. So we're advertising only in Texas. The ages, you select the age that you want to target for based off of what your demographics are. And again, as a reminder, in the special ad category, you don't have these options. You will not have the option to select based off of age. You will not have an option to select based off of gender. So male or female, you're not going to have an option to do any of that. And then on the languages, you can select languages regardless of where you're advertising, if it's a special ad category or the ad that we're running today. Detailed targeting, again, on the special ad category, you're not going to have this type of targeting. You're only going to have interest. You're not going to have demographics here. So if you go to employers, you have employers as an interest. Well, we'll browse. Demographics, education level, grad students. So if you wanted to advertise only the grad students in Texas, there's your potential reach, which is a fair estimate, but they can't be exact. It's just an estimate. That's what it's about. But with the special ad category, you don't have this particular, the demographics are gone away. But if you're in any other type of advertising, again, credit, employment, and housing, you have to go with the special ad category. But if you're anything else, then you're able to continue using this detailed targeting. All right, the connections has to do with your Facebook page, how they've interacted with, any events that you've done, any apps that you've done. So whether they've uploaded or haven't uploaded your app, whether they've interacted with your page in the form of liking your page or not, friends of people who've liked your page and things of that nature. So here's that saved audience where you craft the perfect audience that you like, and then you can save it, which becomes a template for you in the future where you, instead of having to fill everything out again, you can just call that up and there you go. All right, so narrowing the audience, you can also say that they need to have children. Parents with children, so there you go. And then you can exclude people. And for whatever reason, it's not gonna make much sense here, but close friends of people with birthdays on, let's just go with the month. I'm just showing you the feature. So I want you to do this, and they must be college grads, and they must also have children, but let's exclude those people that are close friends of people with birthdays in a month. There you go. I don't know why you would do that, but just giving you an option on how to use that. When it comes to placements, the automatic placements, I very rarely do automatic placements unless I am retargeting. If I'm retargeting, then chances are that my audience is much, much smaller than when I originally began. So I have a smaller audience that I can afford to advertise everywhere. I can afford to advertise on Facebook, Instagram, the Audience Network, and various other places. Where you go to manual placements, you're going to see everywhere else that you can advertise. So everything is highlighted here because that's what the automatic placements is. But you can select individual platforms to advertise on. So if you only wanted to advertise on Facebook, then you leave that on, and then you're advertising. So let me uncheck all of these. All right. And then you have all of the placements that you can go with. So you have the feeds, you have the stories, and then the rest of them are more partner websites. But it gives you a ton of options on where you're advertising. Remember, we kind of started the video on why it's important to even look at Facebook ads, but this is really the opportunity of where your ads are going to show. That's a common question. Well, where are my ads even going to show? They're going to show up in the newsfeed. They're going to show up in the stories. They're going to show in Messenger ads. It's going to show in the Explore feature on Instagram, and they're going to show in Marketplace now. So they're going to continue adding placements on where you can advertise. So you're never going to run out of opportunities of reaching those billions of people that are actively logging into Facebook. Then you can select which type of devices you want. So if you're using Facebook or Instagram for mobile sales or app sales, then you select the particular device that supports the app that you've created. Optimization for delivery, landing page views, link clicks, impressions, and daily unique reach. I highly encourage you that you go with landing page views because that means that the page actually uploaded. If you optimize for link clicks, then people can click on it, but they can immediately back out. So if they click on it and they don't even allow your page to load, then that doesn't really give you much information. So you would much rather optimize for people that actually clicked on your ad and uploaded your page. So that's super important. Cost control, average cost per link click. That's something that we were going back earlier at the beginning where you went through the average cost per click. I wouldn't do anything with this, especially starting out, until you have more data. You want to leave this blank. Then the budget and schedule, the daily budget, whatever budget you have allocated to this, think of it in monthly budgets. Well, think of it as a monthly budget. So if you allocate $200 today, think of it $600 of investment. So the reason I want you to think in months is because you want to give your ads plenty of time to give you some sort of feedback. If you spend $20 today and then $20 tomorrow and then you just cut it out, you're not going to get as much data as you would like. So just think of monthly budgets. Now, if you have a small reach, let's just say 150,000 in the grand scheme of things, that's a fair size, then you can increase your budget, let's just say to $500. That'll give you a ton of information from the outset, but this only works if you overspend for the reach that you have. So overspending does help. It gives you answers quicker. But if you're doing, let's say $5 in the, let's say you have $5 a day, and then the potential reach was 5 million, then it's just not going to move the needle. So the way that it's going to work best is if you overspend for the potential reach rather than spend little by little for a larger reach. So whenever you're spending little by little, think of it in the terms of 30 days or in a month. All right, the rest of them we're not going to worry about, and I'm going to move my face right here. When I go to continue, not going to worry about the name and then the identity. So you can select the business page that you want to represent your ads. You can connect your Instagram page, but know that you don't have to. So whenever you include your Instagram page, you can run ads through your page, but you don't have to actually do that. You can run your ads from your Facebook page, and it's going to work just fine. All right, now when it comes to the format, again, as a reminder, we are here. This is what the people are going to see. This is what your clients are going to potentially see. And you have the option of using a carousel ad, which with a carousel ad, you can upload individual images and individual videos along with individual sales messages. So essentially you're creating 3 different ads if you go with this, or you can add another card if you want. Single image, is basically what you saw at the carousel, but just one image and essentially one ad. And then on the collection, you get to see what that kind of looks like right here. So collection right there, then it opens up. So pretty good interactive feature. It works best with if you have multiple services or multiple products. And then the instant experience, this is more of a mobile experience. So we're not going to mess with that today, but this is optimized for mobile. When you go to the single image, you can add an image, a video, or add from the catalog. So a catalog that you might have already created. Creating a slideshow is a way to create a vibrant ad, something that's going to have some motion into it, so it looks a little bit more dynamic. We're going to X out of this. Create a video works very much the same way as the slideshow. So you have different ways of presenting your images. So you can upload up to six images, and it's going to create some sort of movement. So it's not just static. All right. And then when it comes to we'll just add a stock image real quick. You can upload your own images, or you can do a stock photo. And then let's just go with business. Now that we have the image, you're going to see Shutterstock, which is a watermark that will go away. Once you select your image, you're going to scroll down and you're going to start seeing the image over here. And here, I don't know if you can see it, but it should say Shutterstock, and there it is. It's a watermark. That'll go away as soon as you press confirm on your ad. So that watermark will not stay there, just as a heads up. You do need either an image or a video here. You can't just run text ad. So if you're just including a text, it's not going to work. So you do need to have a image or a video to go with it. So here you would just place the primary text, which is going to go up there, and then the headline, which is going to go below, and then the description, which is going to go right there. And then on the website, you would just put the website that you're driving traffic to. Now, something cool about the traffic campaign, you're not always going to have this, but what's something cool about the traffic campaign is that you can split test right here. So that primary text, you can add another text. And Facebook is going to start serving your ads to put people that are most engaged with these particular campaigns, or this particular, if they see that this particular text is outperforming the other, then it's going to start split testing in a way to where it's only going to show the best performing ads to people. So this is a good way to split test your ad copy, good way to look at the headlines, and then good way to split test your descriptions below. So that's another way to split test and gives you flexibility in that regard. All right, and then the rest of them, the call to action, you're going to select what you wanted to say, which is going to be that button right here. And just so you see what they look like, you can click through here, and it's going to give you, well, this isn't mobile, but it's going to give you how these actually look in different places. So in the marketplace, it'll look like that. Desktop, it looks like that. So it gives you a good preview. The call to action, shop now, sign up, subscribe, watch more, learn more. Most of the time you're going to go with learn more. That gives a good it's not as intimidating as opposed to order now or something like that. So learn more is by default basically what I use for all of my ads. I make sure that the Facebook pixel is on, and then I press confirm, and that's it. Well, now that you know how to advertise on Facebook, you're going to want to figure out how to run a Facebook conversion ad. And I'll link that video right here. With Facebook conversion ads, you'll be able to track your results and optimize your results at the same time. And if you found value in this video, please be sure to subscribe so we can talk again soon.